I'm John Walsh, host of America's Most Wanted, and you're watching The Missing with my friend Scott Davis.
Calling all available units, calling all available units. We have a missing child report at the corner of 1st and 2nd Avenue. Respond with emergency traffic.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Missing. I'm your host Scott Davis, and I'd like to say thank you so much for joining us. As you've noticed, it's been a couple weeks since our last airing, and the reason being is that I had the opportunity to work with America's Most Wanted and its host, Mr. John Walsh, on taping an episode of their show in Charlotte, North Carolina. The focus of that show was to award the America's Most Wanted All-Star Award sponsored by Sprint. They had hundreds of nominations come in, and hundreds of thousands picked a deserving first responder for that award. For more information on that winner and this program, please visit amw.com. Now in this episode of The Missing, we're going to be visiting the cases of two missing children. One, a 5-year-old missing out of Monroe, Wisconsin, by the name of Nevaeh Buchanan. The other is a 19-year-old female missing out of the state of Tennessee, and her name is Megan Maxwell. Also during this episode, we'll have the opportunity to revisit the Dr. Stacy safety segment and drop in on Ben Gibson and his assistant on more backpack safety for your children. So let's don't waste any more time. Let's get right into this episode of The Missing. The Missing is brought to you in part by Quiznos of Crossville and Hughes Real Estate Services. At the beginning of the show, I said I was going to introduce you to the case of Nevaeh Buchanan. I said she was missing out of Wisconsin, and I misspoke, and I apologize for that. She's actually missing out of Monroe, Michigan. There, she was reported missing on the 24th, this past Sunday of May, at 8:15 p.m. That is when the Monroe Police Department issued an Amber Alert in her case. Working closely with the police department is also the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. She was last seen, she was wearing a light blue sleeveless shirt with red and white horizontal stripes with a white V-neck collar. Nevaeh was also wearing blue jean shorts with no shoes or socks. She's approximately 3 foot 8 inches tall, weighing 45 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. If you will, look at her photograph closely, listen to the information that we're able to provide to you, and hopefully we here on The Missing can put something together in bringing her home safely. Now, as I've always mentioned, no matter how little information that you may feel that you have, please share it with the investigators. Call 911, call the Sheriff's Department, call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, because even the little bit of information could go a long way in an investigator's hands. Now, if you do have any information and you'd like to share it, please contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST. Or you can contact the Monroe County Sheriff's Office at 734-243-7070. Let's really work diligently in bringing this young girl home safely. The next case I'd like to bring to your attention is that of a 19-year-old female missing out of Newport, Tennessee. Her name is Megan Maxwell. If you will, please take a look at her photograph and listen to the information I want to present to you, and hopefully we can work together here on The Missing in locating her and bringing her home safely. The information that we have on Megan is, of course, that she's 19 years of age, and she was last heard from at 4:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. That is when she called a friend and said she was on her way home, and she never made it. Megan is approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 115 pounds, and she was last seen wearing a blue sweatshirt and blue jeans with holes in the fabric. At that time, she had been driving a 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse, but shortly after she made the phone call, this car was found fully engulfed in flames by an off-duty Newport police officer on U.S. Highway 2570. If you will, please take a look at her photograph and think that if you have any information whatsoever, please share that information, and hopefully we here on The Missing can help bring her home safely to her family and friends. Keep in mind that a $10,000 reward has been issued by the state of Tennessee in her case, And if you have any information you'd like to share, please contact the Newport Police Department at 423-623-5556. Now keep in mind, this is the only photograph that we have of Megan that's available to us at this point. But if you will, please visit our website at themissing.tv, and we'll try to have some more information up there and some links to other news outlets and some more information about her case that'll help you further your investigation in her case and hopefully bringing her home safely. She's 19 years old. She's been missing since April 26th, and folks, she needs our help. So let's work together here on The Missing and bringing her home safely. Well, let's go visit the Dr. Stacy safety segment. In this week's episode, we're going to visit with Ben Gibson and his wife Karen, and we're going to pick up where we left off in the last safety segment on showing you how your children can use their backpacks as a safety tool to get away and stay away from abductors. So let's don't waste any more time. Let's go drop in on Ben and Karen.
In our last segment, we taught you how to properly carry a backpack. In this segment, what I want to teach you is how we can actually take this backpack and use it as a tool, as a weapon, and a deterrent to get away from your attacker. You notice Karen is still carrying it properly. She's got it on the right shoulder, or you can carry it on the left shoulder, whichever one you feel comfortable with, just as long as you don't have both shoulders tied up, because Karen's going to use this today actually as a weapon, and we're going to show you how we're going to do that. As Karen is back away from me a little bit, she sees me coming to her, and what I may do is be an attack, and she's just going to throw. The backpack didn't hurt me, and it's not used to knock your perpetrator out. This is a distraction. As you've seen, as she threw, my only concern at that point was not Karen anymore. It was me. It was the backpack. It scared me. I duck. I try to get away. That few seconds could save your child's life. That few seconds caused me to look away, gives her a chance to escape. There's her out. She runs away. Sure, I may get back up and run, but that's going to give her a few seconds of time ahead of me. This way, the fight's still not going on, and I'm still not trying to attack her. And again, the backpack is not worth your life. In the last section, we showed you how we could take the backpack and throw it and use it as a deterrent against your attacker. This section here, what I want to show you is how you can actually make a strike with the backpack. And keep in mind, this can also be a purse. Although we're doing a section on kids and how to keep kids and adolescents safe, you know, college students carry backpacks as well. And women, when you're at the store, you always got your purse over your shoulder. This is very effective as a purse as well. Both of these techniques are going to work, you know, from grade school kids, college kids. Even if you're not in school, you're carrying a purse, this will be effective for you as well. So what we're going to do is Karen's going to back up, and if she sees me as a threat, she's already going to drop this backpack off of her shoulder. Now as I get closer, she sees me as a threat, there's a strike overhead. Okay? So what that does, that gets me distracted. Depending on what's in this backpack, books are heavy, and depending on how hard you can throw and how hard you can hit, that very well could be a hit that can knock somebody out. My concern is here now, not Karen. There went her out. She's free. She's away. We want to teach this to everybody, all the kids. Make sure your kids stay safe.
Well, everyone, that brings a close to another episode of The Missing. I'm so glad you joined us this episode, and hopefully the information that we presented to you on the cases during this episode will help you in your endeavors to help us in locating these children. Also, I hope the information that we presented to you in the Dr. Stacy safety segment was helpful as well. As always, please keep your children educated, keep them protected, and continue to watch The Missing. I'm your host, Scott Davis. God bless.